Good morning. My name is Jody Glenn, and I am the proud director of the Community District Alliance. Of all the programming we do throughout the year, our summer programming is some of the absolute best that goes on in Bordentown. I've been getting a lot of questions from families, and most of them revolve around whether they're ready to bring their kids to summer camp. And I get it. We've been questioning our decisions for the past few months, each and every day. We, as parents, we felt guilt about all the milestones our kids have been missing. And the one thing that we all have in common is that we just want our kids to be able to enjoy being kids. And so here's where CDA can help with that. For the past few months, I've been doing nothing but research and collaborating with organizations such as the American Camp Association and the After School Alliance in New Jersey to really figure out if we can run programming in the summer and what that will look like. A few weeks ago, I had a great meeting with the most important stakeholders that I could find in the community to help make that decision. Some of those stakeholders included our superintendent of the school district, our business administrator, Officer Edwards, my staff, my supervisors, Ms. Marino, Mr. O'Leary, our school nurse that we use in the summer, Ms. Redler, our athletic director, some community members that are part of my advisory committee, our facilities director for the school district, and we even included Ms. Sandy Ewell, who was the former CDA director before she retired. And after we had this meeting, it was decided that CDA can provide a high quality program because of our staff, because of our facilities, our resources, our passion for our kids, and we truly believe we can provide one of the safest programs in the area. So what is CDA going to look like this summer under the new guidelines? The first step is the pre-screening process. The next time you have to take your kid to the dentist or for their sports physical, you're going to experience the same exact process. When you pull up to our drop-off area, parents are going to be asked a few pre-screening questions while the camper gets its temperature taken. They'll grab their stuff, put on some hand sanitizer, and head on into the building. It's that simple. Once they report to the building, they're going to go to their grade level grouping, which will be located throughout the building. The only difference this year is that the group sizes will be a little bit smaller. When they're in their groups, that's going to be their home base. They'll always be with the same kids, with the same staff, and that's where they're going to be learning a lot of the activities that they do. Activities, especially at the beginning of the camp, about healthy hygiene habits and some of the new expectations that we will have at camp this summer. And that's going to bring me to the next question, face coverings. This is the one that parents seem to have the most difficult time with. No matter what side you feel about face coverings and whether children should be using them, my philosophy is going to be head right down the middle so that I can accommodate both sides of the opinions that are out there. So the guidelines say if you kids must wear face coverings if they're unable to physically distance. So at our camp, we plan on doing as many activities as we can outside. For example, we would normally have music in Mr. Kim's class. Well, if Mr. Kim can bring them outside to dance, he's going to do it rather than staying inside. We're going to be incorporating some new games that we've learned about and researched that are related to physical distancing so that there's a little less contact among the campers. And in those situations, face coverings would not be necessary. When do I see face coverings being needed? I would say campers, when they first come into the building, will be wearing them. And by the way, staff will be wearing them as much as possible. When the camper reports to their grade level grouping and they're in their same group, they'll be able to remove them. I would say that we'll see campers wearing their face coverings when they walk to the next activity Because if any of you have been around kindergarten or first graders walking down the hall, they definitely don't understand personal space. They're either stepping on each other's shoes or looking up at the banners in the halls. So I think we'll be keeping face coverings on them while they commute to their next activity. And then once they get to that activity, as long as there's enough spacing, they'll be able to take them off. As we progress through camp, we're going to learn how this is going, how the kids respond to this, and what it looks like. And we'll keep parents updated as we go. Remember, we've never done this before either, but I do have confidence. Kids are more resilient than they get credit for. They're good at following rules. They're good at seeing others role model. And so I don't anticipate some of the problems that people have concerns about, and we'll figure that out. We'll walk through it. But I just want you to know we're going to do our best to keep kids safe. That's what always directs my decision making. And so in the moment, or depending on the activity, if we feel like the face coverings are relevant, then they'll wear them. And if we feel like it's safe without them, then that's great too. Another requirement that you read about a lot from the Department of Health has to do with cleaning and disinfecting. Well, let me tell you, that is the one area that I worry the least about. The best part of CDA is that we are located in a school district, and school districts already have to follow so many requirements. Our custodial staff already have to carry so many certifications, whether it's regarding equipment and cleaning solutions, ventilation. All of these things are under the health department guidelines, and we've got it. It's great. We already do such a great job in that area. The only thing that'll be different is you'll see our staff cleaning up in between activities more, or maybe cleaning equipment more than we've done in the past. Cleaning up high-touch areas. Those are some things that'll be new to us, but for the most part, Bordentown School District is way ahead of the curve when it comes to cleaning and disinfecting. One of the other questions that I've gotten from families is, well, you're not going on any field trips, so won't the kids be bored? And here's my response to that. As much as we love the field trips and we really wish we could do them, the kids love to bowl and golf and go to the movies. It's just not possible this summer. We are already integrating some new activities, some new programming to include that make up for that time that we're not being able to do it. We're going to still have special events. We'll still have movie days in the cafeteria. We're still going to have our field day and our outdoor activities that we always do that the kids look forward to. But one of the things that I'm most excited about this summer is our theme, which is we use our powers to empower others. I think that is going to bring a lot of good to our program. I can't wait to do some of the activities that we've already come up with our students. When the kids are in the PTC program, like always, so many of the activities revolve around middle school, acclimating to middle school, things that middle school students experience. And that's why a lot of our staff who works with the PTC kids come from the middle school. All that is still going to be in place. And the one thing that I think about that might be different this year, our kids have been isolated for all these months. They haven't been able to play. They haven't been able to hang out with their friends. And so I feel like even the things like kickball, which they could get bored of because they've done it 1,000 times. Well, our kids haven't played kickball since before March, so even something as simple as that, mat ball, some of the games that they love to play during camp, I think there's going to be just such an enthusiasm for it. That boredom is not going to be something we have to worry about at all this summer, even though we're unable to provide those field trips. The other thing that I wanted to mention before we end is that if I can guarantee anything by your child joining our program this summer, is that I guarantee that any kid that comes to our camp is going to be better prepared for September than the kids that don't interact with camps this summer. I really believe that. I think our program is going to provide them with some reacclimation to school rules and expectations. They're going to get back to the routine of only eating when they're allowed to, rather than having the snack cabinet at their disposal all day. They're going to get back to meeting friends and reconnecting, especially after, all this time where students haven't been able to do that as much, except for, a Zoom call with their classroom once a week. I really do believe the activities that we provide and the conversations we have with our students and the connections we make are all going to be great things. They're going to get them ready for September, no matter what September looks like. So whether September includes physical distancing or we're still wearing face masks, whatever it is, our kids are going to be ready, and that really excites me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please reach out with any questions. My email address, our office phone number, my cell phone number, everything is located on our website. If you go to Community District Alliance under the Bordentown School District community page, we welcome your questions. It only makes us better. If you have questions related to your child in particular and maybe some medical concerns, email me, and then I'll forward it to our school nurse, who will reach back out to you. And in collaboration with your physician, we can decide as a team whether camp is appropriate and a good fit for your child. Any questions? Thank you. We look forward to seeing you this summer. Get registered. Our early bird registration ends in 2 weeks. So jump on, register, and reach out if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.